Hey everyone, this is JR from the To Watch Pile. Tonight I'm just going to do a little bit of a recap of the last couple of things that I bought in May of 2022 and what's coming up on the To Watch Pile website. Okay, as you can see, we've still got the not quite new funky transition. I'm pretty excited for when I do see the new one. This one's got like just a temporary a font on it. It's going to have a better font, I promise, and it'll have like a proper introduction and all. It's even got like some cool funky noises. I'm so tempted just to use the actual one that's already been done with the temporary font in it and use that temporarily because it just looks so good. I just absolutely love it. But yeah, so first, before we get into the stuff that I've bought, I'll just sort of give you a bit of a clue of what's coming up on the reviews that are coming up on the To Watch Pile website for the rest of June. I've got 3 new horror and movie related card games coming up. A card game called Psycho Killer. Another card game called the Blockbuster Party Game, which is really references the Blockbuster video rental shop experience. And then just a bit of a dopey one, which is Top Trumps. Top Trumps did an unofficial guide to 30 scary flicks. It's a surprising game because it's still just Top Trump, so it's still like a boring, quite small, low-key kids game. But the movies that they picked, like you just expect it to be like, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, all of the ones that just everybody knows. No, they've got like the Babadook and a bunch of other. It's only 30 films because it's only 30 cards, but there's a decent mix of stuff in there. As far as movies being reviewed are concerned, I have just finished Terminator Dark Fate. That came out on Wednesday just past. Next Wednesday, Shaun of the Dead. It's actually a recycled review from a few years ago from a website that I used to work for, just updated for the Blu-ray rather than the DVD that was reviewed on. I've done a review of John Wick on the 15th, The Suicide Squad on June the 22nd, and then The Body Beneath from 1970 is going to be my movie for the end of the month on June the 29th. I'm going to go back into a little bit more of traditional horror stuff later on. You'll find that the following months are going to lean a little bit more into horror. And I decided in the last couple of weeks too that this October I'm going to do Nicktoberfest again, where I actually do just Nicolas Cage movies for the entire month. So depending on whether it's a 4 or 5 week month, depending on where the Wednesdays fall, there will be at least 4 Nicolas Cage movies being reviewed. I decided I should throw the Wicker Man into the mix this time because it seems to be something like it's one that everybody talks about, so maybe it's one that I should definitely do. Now, I should apologise if those of you follow me on Twitch. I had a throat and ear infection, so I was having problems talking. I was coughing and stuff like that. So I just took a week off from doing all sorts of twitchery and this sort of thing. As you can hear, my voice is back now. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. But that's how it is. Okay, let's get into having a little bit of a look at the bits and pieces that I picked up at the end of the month. So the first one was, and it's not really a To Watch Pile sort of a one, although I do, as you heard, incorporate stuff like Suicide Squad, but that's more for the gore. I had to grab a copy of the Steelbook of The Batman. I like my Steelbooks. I try to get all my... I am a comic collector as well, so I do tend to get the superhero ones. I did intend on starting off showing this one by singing the "There's Something in My Arse" meme, but just couldn't bring myself to do it. It's a pretty funky steelbook using that whole black and red imagery that all of this Batman series has been using. I like it. I like the packaging, I should say. I've not yet seen the film. I missed it at the cinemas. No excuse. I haven't been to the cinemas for a little while. Actually, I work in retail, so I tend to try to avoid shopping centres when I'm not working. So I did miss out on the Batman, but yeah, I've got it here now. So, and realistically, I'm an 80s horror fan. I was brought up on 80s horror, so I've got a 90 to 120 minute bladder. This film goes for 3 hours. I'm going to need 2 sittings to watch it anyway. So that's how it works. Now, I did another purchase from the JB Hi-Fi BOGOF sale, the buy one get one free sale. Thankfully, there was a release that I was keen for that was coming, and I was holding off buying one box set because I wanted to get the other box set for free. So the box set I was holding off on is the Wicker Man. This is probably about the 30th time I've bought the Wicker Man. Every single form that's come out all over the world, I've had to buy it. I love this movie. I think it's absolutely fantastic. This box art is absolutely gorgeous, nice and sort of low key and low tech. I wouldn't mind this as a tattoo. I love this. Cool thing, this is from Imprint. It's number 116 from Imprint. The cool thing about this is, and this is what I really, really was stunned by, was it's got the final cut of the Wicker Man on it. I'm going to try and show that so it doesn't have reflection on it. There we go. The final cut of the Wicker Man. Look at that stunning art on the cover of that. Just amazing. I think that was from Rue Morgue a couple of years ago. Just beautiful. It's got the theatrical cut and the director's cut on another disc. Not so impressed by this art, but I do, still. This is the one that I don't recall if I've actually seen the final cut, whereas I've seen both of these. I love this movie. I look forward to engaging in all of this. So this is a pile of special features. There we go. Plus a copy of the soundtrack on CD. It's got, I need some light. So I tried to make it all dark and moody for you. I've even set my lights to green because I thought that it would give me some green reflection, and it just does a little bit in the back and that's it. So it was like fairly useless. I wonder if I can do this. Here we go. You can't see that. That's good. So it's got making the director's cut audio commentary, the Wicker Man Q&A, folk musicians discuss the Wicker Man, XS the Wicker Man, a documentary, the Wicker Man Enigma, a documentary from 2001, Willow's Song and the Liberation of Eve, the Wicker Man, Sexual Revolution, Counterculture and Satanic Feminism, which is by Kat Ellinger, which is a new bit. The Golden Bough, an interview with author David Huckvale on the symbolism in the Wicker Man. Robert Reed on the Wicker Man. There's some cool stuff in this, and I can't wait to sort of really get into it. It's and yeah, like I said, it's such a nice box set as well. It's a very, very cool little box set. Get on it. $110 something like that. Can't remember exactly. So I held off buying that when I got the first lot of stuff because I wanted to get this in the buy one, two, one free, and it just happened to be at the end of the sale that this was coming out. So the sale finished on a Wednesday. This had a release date on Wednesday. Sorry about that. It's thrown me off. Normally this would have come out on a Wednesday. Most movies are released on Wednesday. Thankfully in Australia, JB Hi-Fi do not give a flying fuck about release dates, and they do whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want. And so anything that's supposed to come out on a Wednesday comes out on a Monday, generally. I guess they want to get it out of their back rooms and whatever. So, of course, the new release was this. The Warriors. Look at that box. What a gorgeous one. This is number 123 from Imprint. It's another funky little box. I think it was 60 or 70 bucks. I think it was 70 bucks. But in here, there's 2 copies of the film. So you've got the theatrical cut of the film. And you've got this one as well. One of them is the director's cut, I think. So I think one of these has there's one cut of this where it's a fairly straightforward cut film, and the other one has like sort of comic sort of based segues. Yeah, I'm not too sure about like if that's the sort of way that you want this film, with those things. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's something like that. There's the usual extras in here. Yeah, extended scenes, deleted scenes, the music of it, all of that sort of stuff. I need to just sort of touch this text before it actually alerts me again. Yeah, so pretty cool box set to get. Love this movie. I'm also a board game player and collector. I've got about 520 board games. I've been waiting rather impatiently for a Warriors board game to come out. It's been coming out for about a year now. Popcultcha in Victoria have had it on their site as a pre-order. Still waiting. You know, it's one of those things everybody says it's COVID. So let's just say the reason that it hasn't come out is COVID, because that's as good a reason as any, right? So that was all of the movies that I got. I did purchase a couple of others, but they are in transit. I also bought a couple of new shirts from Fright Rags. This is a Fright Rags shirt. Love my Fright Rags shirt. At one point, I was trying to collect 365 Fright Rags shirts, so I had one for every day of the year, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. Ran out of room, and then they just started to get, you wear your favourite ones so often that they just start to cark it. So I'm only down to a few, but I got two more. I got a Maniac one, and a House of a Thousand Corpses one, just for a laugh. So they're still in the post. I bought a couple of Vinegar Syndrome movies as well. I really wanted to see, I think the movie's called Cemetery del Terrore or something like that. It's about some kids who steal a corpse to bring it back to life in a cemetery with satanic rites or something like that, but they accidentally bring back a serial killer. Like it's just ticking boxes. Tick, tick, tick. Yep. So yeah, I look forward to that. It sounds like a good double feature for Burial Ground or something like that. Two pieces of trash. Anyway, wandering off the mark, I've also bought myself a couple of new soundtracks. I've got about 500 soundtracks on vinyl. Love listening to movie music when I'm not watching movies, because it sort of brings the memories of the stuff back. I've also got some video game soundtracks because I play a lot of video games. I think there's a pile of PlayStation games behind me. Yes, there is. So I've got a fairly hefty soundtracks on vinyl collection. These two came from Waxwork Records, which are amazing. Couldn't resist getting this one. This is, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I am a big fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Mainly bought this for the cover. This cover is just amazing. Look at that. That is spectacular. It's got like nothing says what that movie's about more than what that does, right? It's got Chop Top, it's got Leatherface, it's got the sheriff, it's got everybody on there. So back cover has awesome picture of wow, Carolyn, what's her name? You know who I mean. And inside we've got another awesome picture from the opening scenes. Look at that! What a gem that is. That's so good. Just love it. I feel like I'm going to go and dig it out now and watch it. It also has some liner notes. The liner notes have a story about the score from 2021 by Jerry Lambert. That's the picture on the liner notes. Pretty amazing. Love the chair that Grandpa's sitting in. And the cool thing is that it's also on coloured vinyl. I mean, coloured vinyl's not great. It doesn't have the same sort of durability in general as black vinyl, so I'm told. But this comes on some nice bloody grey, chainsaw oil and blood sort of coloured vinyl. But I'm pretty happy to have gotten that one. Honestly, really, I don't remember much about the music in that one, if I'm honest. I don't remember sort of the incidental music so much. But I do like the film, and I do really like this art. Does it say who it's by? The artwork is by Robert Samerlin. Someone to look out for. I guess I'll be going to Instagram later and finding who he is and seeing if he's done any other stuff that's like that. So I got that one. Unfortunately, records are pricey. Records are extraordinarily pricey, and collecting soundtracks, I've paid dumb money for some stuff. I don't want to talk about it. I think these two records, and they're both double albums, I think. I'm pretty sure the other one's a double album. They're both doubles. I think I paid about 130, 140 delivered for the pair of them, something like that. Now this next one, while the film may not be great chop, I don't mind it. But there's other zombie movies I would watch before this. I mean, like there's hundreds of zombie movies that I would watch before I watch this. But it was something different. It was an interesting take. It felt more like a sequel to like Land of the Dead. If you've seen it on Netflix, it is Army of the Dead. So amazing cover. See if I can get that without too much light on it. That cover is just shit hot for the super duper big bad zombie. Does it say who the art by is on the back? Can't see. Should have planned this a little bit better. Anyway, maybe it'll say something on the inside. But so you've got the front of the lead zombie's head, and then the back of his head on the back with the name of the film. Now, this is one of the cool things about this one, is his head splits open to open out this. You've got the safe that they're in pursuit of. You've got zombies, and then you've got the money and the zombie tiger and all sorts of stuff. Maybe it will say here who did the artwork for this. Die cut covers are always a lot of fun. Reading black on pink when it's dark is not so much fun. Oliver Barrett is the guy who did the person who did the art for this. Again, I don't remember much about the score for this, but I was enamored by that cool die cut cover. Waxwork, like, I'm going to work out how to work where the camera is eventually. Like, that's such a cool looking cover. It's so good. Can't get enough of it. But I haven't listened to them, unfortunately, yet. I'll get around to it. But so that was sort of the end of my purchases for the month. I've been looking at. I haven't read any horror novels for a while. I've been looking at a couple. I'm just about to start on a Kim Newman one, which has got it's like a crime noir story, but with the detectives being Boris Karloff and somebody else. It's like Raymond Chandler or somebody like that. So that'll be a little bit weird. I like Kim Newman's writing, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I think that's all I've got for you, unfortunately. So just a short one today. Just a couple of bits and pieces. When I get to, I'll no doubt buy a little bit more stuff this month. I've seen that there's some pretty cool releases coming, so I guess I will have a look into some of those and bring them forward. Still doing reviews, so those movies that I was talking about on the to watch pile, movie review every Wednesday, board game review intermittently on Sundays. I have got Sunday ones happening for the next couple of weeks. They might stop for a little bit just so I don't sort of run out of board games to review. Not every board game I've got is a horror one, and I'm sure you don't want to know. I'm sure you don't want a review of chess or checkers. Oh, look. Snakes and Ladders, the review. It sucks. 1 star. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, that's me for tonight. I hope you are having a great time. Please like this video. I would really appreciate it if you'd like this video. Subscribe. That would be awesome too. I'm going to try and do this more often, but I'm sort of trying to get both a pattern and some ideas for what to do, because I'm obviously not buying something every week, because I don't have a bottomless pit of money. But, you know, I've got a lot of stuff that I've collected over the years, so maybe I can talk about Junji Ito or some other stuff like that, and just do some more editorial things whenever I don't have new releases. But please, like I said, like this video, subscribe to my channel, check me out on Twitch, Germ69, JURM69, and don't forget to visit www.the2watchpile.com. It says it right here, new masthead coming soon, hopefully. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.